Years Audio for another edition of Love What You Do What You Love. I'm here with Stevie Mack, filmmaker, entrepreneur, restaurateur. Is there any more to the list that I need to add, Stevie?
Lover of motorcycles.
A lover of motorcycles. That's right. You restore motorcycles.
I don't exactly restore them, but I work with very talented people who do a much better job than if I were to ever get my hands on a ratchet or a spanner.
Tell me something, mate. You're here because you love what you do.
Yep, and I love what you do.
Hey, thank you, buddy. Hey, listen, people that don't know your journey, your story, because I've known you for about over 25 years. I just realised that we've known each other a period of time, and you've done a lot through your life. Just take us through some of the stuff that you've done in the early days that's led you here to this point of your career or your life.
Well, I see myself as kind of someone who, probably should embrace a little bit more of what you've always been, which is consistent. You've always been sound person. You've always been committed to Tony and Adrian and to Big Years Audio. I am, for better lack of words, I'm probably a little bit of a career ADHD.
Oh yeah.
And that I just can't seem to stick to one thing. I get bored. I don't have the staying power. But I think that what's happened in the process is that it has allowed me to accumulate a variety of disciplines. None which I've ever mastered.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it's.
But you don't think you have. But I reckon you learn different traits as you go through, and you draw upon those things as you go along. Because you've always been a type person, because you love what you do and you're very happy. I know you're very happy in what you do.
I am a happy person.
But yes. I know, like, I've spoken to a lot of people, and there's a lot of work involved in getting to where you got. You know what I mean? I know when we first met, you were selling watches, I remember, back in the day.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm still, yep. There you go. Well, when I was 24, I was quite unhappy, and I remember writing a list down, and the list was, it was to help me achieve where I needed to be. And in the top of the list was happiness.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle was inspiration. And on the bottom was without happiness, without inspiration, I can't find happiness. In other words, I've got to be inspired in order to be happy, which is my ultimate goal in life.
Fantastic, yeah. And that's not a bad goal to have, man. That's a pretty good goal to have.
It's my number one goal.
And if you got that, and that's your driving force, that's a pretty good goal.
Well, the way I see it, Tony, is life is kind of, I liken life to a little bit to a plane going down.
Yeah.
When the oxygen mask falls out and you got your son or your mate or or a lady that's shitting herself next to you, and you got to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you take care of anyone else.
That's true.
That oxygen mask, that's my happiness.
That's good, man.
I got to put my happy on so that I can take care of everyone else who I love. Otherwise, I'm miserable.
Yeah. And
everyone around me is miserable.
That's it. That's a good point, mate. That's a good point. And what are you doing at the moment? Because I know, look, like I said, in my introduction, there was a whole labyrinth. But what's making you happy at the moment? What are you doing at the moment?
Well, number one, I'm doing what I believe we all need to do a lot better. And since I've left St Kilda, since I've left Melbourne 3 years ago, I've learned how to de-stress and breathe. Okay,
cool.
Let me try and be a little bit less philosophy.
Yeah.
I'm a private chef these days and a restaurateur. I'm in between restaurants. I had Esta Costilla. We were, as a lot of you may know, or you might want to check us out, we were quite the social media phenomena. And I've now transitioned into private chefing. And what that allows me to do is to adopt more of a garden to plate mentality.
Fantastic.
It means that I can let go of systems. I can let go of all the shackles that bind all restaurants to systems, to ultimately having to compromise. I live a chef's life with no compromise. I've got my fishmongers who we time together a purchase to get the most incredible and freshest seafood that ends up, at your, hopefully your next dinner party.
Yeah, awesome, man. Awesome.
Yep, fresh on the plate, hours after it's landed in the markets. Equally fresh produce from the gardens. You might want to cut some of this out.
No. But it's an interesting journey. Stevie's is an interesting journey because he was or still is probably a filmmaker, but that's not his primary. That's not your primary source anymore. It's something that you do on the side, or have you gone and you've gone, this is what I love, and this is where I'm putting my energy to, and that's the food side of things. Is that what I'm hearing you saying? Is that what you're saying?
It is the food side of things, but I acknowledge that these days social media is such a powerful thing, and I have adopted. I've been lucky enough to have been educated, old school and new school, in producing social media, because in essence I was a social media producer.
Sure.
Towards the end of my film career, before I transitioned into restaurateuring and chefing. So the way I see it, the line's quite blurry these days. The difference between me and your average chef that wants to get out there is that I don't need a team of social media producers. I know.
So you incorporate, that's brilliant. So you incorporate your old skills, your old disciplines, and you blend them in with your new discipline, which is food making. So and how's that going for you? It's going well?
I'm what you could call your next generation master chef. That's right.
Yeah, cool, man.
That's right. And you know, and actually expect to see me in MasterChef at some point, 2019.
So that's your goal? Yeah.
It is a goal. It is a goal. My partner wants me to get on board.
Good.
She feels that I've gotten to a point where I've got something unique to offer.
Good.
I've figured out my philosophies. I'm grounded enough that I understand that nothing comes without hard work. And yeah, I'm keen to show the world that I've got something to contribute to the world of food.
And finally, mate, your next project, I know you're looking at MasterChef and you're looking at that thing. Can we expect a restaurant, or are you going to work from? Are you doing a catering? What's 2018? What's the
I think it's
goal?
more. I think it's 2020 once we get past the uncertainty of whether a recession is going to hit us or not. It seems that retail is a bit of a graveyard at the moment. I don't exactly know why. So I think I might stay away from hardware.
A brick and mortar place. So catering is your thing. You think that's where you want to?
I'm going to keep honing in my skills,
Fantastic.
working with local farmers and council to develop to continue developing my garden to plate mentality, which isn't an original thing by no means. It's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
You know, I simply just want to get back to doing it right. Will there be a flagship brick and mortar shop?
Watch this space? Possibly. Never say never?
Never say never.
That's beautiful. I love it. Well, mate, thank you so much.
Thank you too,
so
Tony.
Good to see you again, and good luck.
It's a pleasure.
Hope to see you on MasterChef.
It's a pleasure, mate.
See you.